guys. Another pretty day for making things clean. Look at that. 360-degree view. It's cold and crisp. So I haven't run the air compressor in a while. Pulled the battery out of the Chevy, put it in here. I still have yet to figure out the charging system, why it doesn't charge batteries. I think it was the alternator. Anyway, have the hose unspooled over to my pot blaster. And I have the rear shock absorbers for the Chevy, the mounting bolts, my hood, and I'm upwind, so that means all of the dust is going to go that way. So it's going to be too loud and too difficult to do three things at once. So I may pick up the video a little bit halfway through. We'll see, but here we go. Push after warm up. I pulled. So there I pushed. And now we have pressure. Okay. So halfway done. Well, halfway. This one's finished. Looks like I'm gonna need to make a new bushing here. Not a problem. I saw I have some two-part polyurethane rubber that I can use to make a new bushing in there, and I'm gonna do those and that other shock absorber. I went for a ride in the Chevy and it was super bouncy and I didn't like it. And strictly because the shock absorbers were not in the truck. So yeah, I got a refill with some more material, and I'm gonna keep going. So be right back. So we're starting over. Yesterday was Tuesday, today is Wednesday. What we're looking at here is coal slag made by Black Diamond. I'm going to rant just a little bit here. Now I realize it doesn't take a lot of skill or intelligence to load a bunch of coal slag into a grinder and grind it down into different medias. But everybody that was crying for a $15 an hour wage and got their wish got the guy that marks the bags fired because they didn't need him anymore, or they couldn't afford him. That's what it is. So these numbers here, the upper number is the grit, the lower number is the size nozzle the operator must use in his sandblasting gun. None of these are marked. And when I went to Tractor Supply yesterday, I asked the young man, how do I tell which one is fine and which one is coarse? Oh, just pour the bag out into your hand on the side, you'll see. Nah, doesn't work that way. Young kid, but I gotta tell you, another minimum wage mentality. If it's not marked, how do we know what to use? So here's my nozzle, and that's about an 1/8 inch tip, an 1/8 inch hole in the middle of that nozzle. I really can't show it any clearer than that. So I don't know what grit this is, but it sure ain't 3000. It's pretty fine, so it's got to be somewhere between 1240 and 2850. So instead of getting too mad, stop the operations. Dug a nice ditch here with my Tahoe. I was working on the PE75, or PE197 a bit. And I was talking to a good friend of mine last night on the phone, and told me you need to step your game up a bit and become a little bit more professional. Well, look at that. That says fine. This company, Kleen Blast, has offices all over the place, including Tacoma, Washington. So I paid $13.77 for 4 50-pound bags at the place where they make this stuff. I paid $11 for 1 50-pound bag of question mark media at Tractor Supply. So I won't be going back to Tractor Supply for Black Diamond media. It's a stinking ripoff. Let me set the camera down just for a moment. Okay, I'm going to pour a bit out onto the... Oh yeah, this stuff is way finer. And it's going to go through that 1/4 inch hole. There it is. A lot easier. So let me get loaded up and I'll continue sandblasting. Be right back. Well, I'm very pleased with the outcome. This is the driver door? Nope, passenger door panel, inner door panel. It's steel. Back in the day when things were built to last. There are the bolts and nuts and the backup plates for the frame. These parts mount underneath the U-bolts, the rear axle. As I said, I'm going to have to make some new bushings for here, and probably here and here as well. And here are the knee action shock absorbers. These things work so well, and they never go bad. That nut right there comes out. And then the arm here is actuated up and down until the hydraulic action inside the clutch, not clutch, inside the shock stops making noise, and it's full. These things are really clean. They didn't have a lot of oil and dirt residue around here, so they're still good on the inside. And now, before it gets too cold, I'm going to put them in primer. So, here we go.